So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology. iPhone 15 Plus versus Galaxy S23 Ultra speed test. Let's begin with a boot up in 3, 2, 1, and we're gonna see how they perform. Now, the reason I made this video is because I made a video where I switched to the 15 Plus and everybody said the 60 hertz is trash. Well, not everybody, but a lot of people were saying that. This is a really fast, we're going to be upgrading to the S24 Ultra here shortly, but I just want to show you that the 15 Plus is still a nice beast here. You've seen it turns on faster than the S23 Ultra. I like to benchmark it to this because it's one of the best out there. We will have the successor tomorrow, announced tomorrow. It doesn't mean it's going to be available tomorrow. It's going to probably be pre-order Friday, but definitely coming soon. But the boot up test goes to the iPhone 15 Plus beating out the S23 Ultra. Okay, so when it comes to unlocking the devices, the 15 Plus still has the Face ID like most iPhones, very fast to unlock. Really, the only difference is that the fly-in animation might be slightly smoother on the iPhone 15 Pro Max versus the 15 Plus. Now, over here on the Galaxy, you do have the face unlock up here, but I tend to use the fingerprint sensor just because it's a more reliable, more secure method. So definitely that. You don't even have to lock the screen. You can go like that. So I will say that the S23 Ultra and most Samsung phones actually will turn on quicker just because you can bypass the lock screen basically just by with the screen off, just by going like that. So it's a little bit faster there. Now, taking a look at the actual general performance, let's see how it looks. So you can see generally it's snappier for sure on the Galaxy. I'm not trying to convince you to go get a 60 hertz 15 Plus, but what I will tell you is that, it's still not bad considering these are both the same price. It's funny though, you can actually get the Galaxy S23 Ultra for the same price sometimes as the 15 Plus, which is a phone that is not even the actual competitor to this, which would be 15 Pro Max. So definitely, and some people think the 15 Pro Max is going to be more competitive with the S24 Ultra, but I think the S23 Ultra was already beating the 15 Pro Max, so we'll see how it goes. But generally scrolling, the 120 hertz is faster on the Galaxy S23 Ultra for sure, and the app library a little slower, but overall this is not bad. The 15 Plus still does quite well. Okay, so you can see everything is closed out for both phones. Let's go ahead and begin with calendar, and the animation a little faster for the S23 Ultra. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off dark mode to make this fair, and I'll go ahead and take a look at the animation coming out. One UI 6 on the right, a little quicker there. On the right, let's go into clock. You can see faster on the S23 Ultra. And this could be a good video too if you're trying to decide which one to get between these two, as they tend to sometimes come in at the same price. Let's go into calculator. You could see faster on S23 Ultra, App Store, Play Store, faster on S23 Ultra. Man, if the S23 Ultra was already beating A16 Bionic, and this one actually was beating the 15 Pro Max in some areas as well, I could only imagine how awesome the upcoming S24 Ultra is going to be. And so you could see, yeah, definitely quicker. Let's go into Groupon. And this one looked like it wasn't ready on the, let me go ahead and do that again. That one wasn't ready on the S23 Ultra. We'll go into Groupon. Faster on the S23 Ultra. Categories, faster on the right. Things to do, a little bit faster on the right. Let's go into X, and you'll see faster on the left. But keep in mind, faster on the right, keep in mind that the brand new, the 15 Plus is definitely the cheaper phone here. And I just wanted to showcase that it can still hang with the big boys. Even though it's not the fastest refresh, it can definitely still hang with the big boy. Go ahead and open up Amazon, and we can see right here, pretty much the same on that one. We'll go on to eBay, faster on the right. So you can see that Samsung definitely upped their animations. Let's go into Starbucks. For sure, that's on the right. We'll go on the Dead Trigger 2. They definitely boosted their animations with the One UI 6 update, which is a good thing. Let's hit play. And you'll see the S23 Ultra faster there. Man, the S23 Ultra is really quick. Let's go into Subway Surfers, and you'll see quicker there for the iPhone. So the 15 Plus takes the win. We'll hit play here. S23 Ultra is still the bigger screen. But we have Dynamic Island if you want to play around with that. If you get a 15 Plus, let's go into Temple Run 2. And you'll see Temple Run 2 looks like it's going to go quicker here to the right. Nice. Let's go ahead and take a look here. Man, Apple better look out, boy. The S24 Ultra is coming, and their current phone's already being beaten by last year's S23 Ultra. It's not looking good for them. Let's go into Jetpack Joyride, and you can see Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 is coming too to the next version. That was quicker on the iPhone. Let's go into PUBG Mobile. I think overall though, it's only a hair quicker in most respects on the S23 Ultra. And so you can see getting a 15 Plus is not like you're getting some trash phone. Some people like to say that, but you're not. You're getting a phone that's pretty much at the top level with just 60 Hertz display and better battery life than some 120 Hertz phones. But some people don't care about that more than they care about the 120 Hertz. So let me know your take on that. Looks like PUBG loaded first here for the S23 Ultra, and then followed by the iPhone 15 Plus. So 15 Plus even behind on a more intense game. We'll go into Geekbench 6, quicker on the Galaxy S23 Ultra. We'll go into 3D Mark, faster on the left, Speed Test Net, faster on the left, and cameras look quicker on the iPhone. I could be wrong. I think that's on the rear camera. Yeah, that was on the rear camera. Let's go ahead and do that again. 3, 2, go. And you can see a little faster still on the iPhone. So overall, they were trading blows in certain applications. I think generally the animations are now quicker for the Samsung. They definitely upped their game on that one. They still have a smoother look to me over here on the iPhone, but they're still definitely faster here. And I'm not talking about the 120 Hertz smoother. I'm just saying the general animations of iOS tend to still look a little smoother to me on the right, just by a little bit. But man, Samsung has really stepped it up. That was pretty impressive performance, taking down the 15 Plus, I would say, overall. Now, in terms of RAM management, you tend to notice that the iPhone, even if it doesn't have 8 gigs of RAM, like this one has 6 gigs of RAM, still tends to have really good, well, this one reloaded, really good performance overall. We're getting reload here on Dead Trigger 2. We'll go into Starbucks, eBay, and Amazon, and Instagram, X, Groupon, App Store reloaded. This is weird. I don't typically see reloads on the 6 gigs of RAM iPhones, but we got a few there for the 15 Plus. Let's go into the Galaxy, see if this 12 gigs has everything open. And we'll go over here. Oh yeah, PUBG was opened. Oh yeah, Jetpack opened right where it was. Subway Surfers. Man, the screen, I can't lie though, the screen on this phone just looks so much better. I'm talking about the OLED, just more punchy. Amazon looked to reload on the Samsung. And Groupon, I think the way it looks sometimes on the Samsung when going back through though, a little choppier looking to me. But everything was a little bit better held open here for the S23 Ultra in this specific test to RAM management. So I'm gonna give this one the S23 Ultra. Okay, so here's the interesting thing though. Take a look at the benchmark. 2549 single core, 67 multi-core for that 15 Plus, which beats the S23 Ultra in both areas, both the single and the multi. But I don't think that's gonna be the same case here for 3D Mark. So we're gonna go ahead and run the Wildlife Extreme test here for both phones, and we'll kind of see what we get here. So Wildlife Extreme for both. I'll be back when they're done to check out kind of like the graphics score and stuff like that. So we'll be back in just a second here on both. Okay, and the final Wildlife scores are in, and you could see 2896 with a 17.3 FPS over here for the S23 Ultra, almost 1,000 points better on the overall score, and that's 22 FPS. And I think we're gonna have a little bit better definitely on the S24 Ultra with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. But this score is better than 68% of devices on the 15 Plus, 86 on the Galaxy. So the Galaxy probably the better gamer, and I think it's going to get even better for the S24 Ultra as the 8 Gen 3 is even more efficient than the 8 Gen 2. So super excited for that one. Last thing I want to do is go ahead and test the camera. So let me bring in this car here, and we'll go ahead and close out the initial camera. We're just gonna see how it launches and kind of the shutter speed here. So let's go ahead and do that in 3, 2, go. You can see faster for the iPhone. So the iPhone still with a very quick launching camera. 3, 2, go. Yeah, a little faster on the iPhone. Shutter speed nearly identical. I think the zooming looks a little weird when you're going through the camera lenses. On the iPhone, you can kind of see that switch happening. You see that little switch happening there, a little chop right there. But overall, you know, both of them very quick. You know, if you're looking at these two phones at this price point though, you know, because the S23 Ultra often gets discounts, you're getting a smoother, more powerful phone. But even though you have a 60 hertz display here, you're getting a more sleek, not a more sleek, but a more comfortable edge, lighter weight by far, and probably better resale value. But that's a really tough call to say that this, I just can't say it's better than the S23 Ultra. That would just not be honest. But I wanted to show you that the 15 Plus can definitely hang with the big boys. While not better, it's still quite a bit fast, and it's definitely up there. So it's still a pretty powerful phone. So that was the point of this speed test. Thumbs up if you enjoyed it, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know your thoughts on 15 Plus, S23 Ultra, and what you want to see going forward on the S24 Ultra, and what are you looking forward to for the 16 Plus? What do you really want to see on the next Plus version? I'll catch you on the next one. Nick here. Be sure to be well, and peace.